Here's a fact, when you're quiet in the workplace, people think they could disrespect you. You be left out of certain conversations, you be blamed for things you didn't do, and ultimately you'll be treated differently. And the crazy part is, most quiet people in the workplace aren't looking for problems. You show up on time, you do your job, you simply just want to collect a check and go home. But what's so ironic is, when you try to stay out of drama, it's like the drama comes to you. So in this video, we're going to discuss why quiet employees are targeted and what you could do next. Hi, I'm Andrew and I worked in corporate America for 10 years, and I'm currently trusted by over 135,000 professionals across social platforms. So join the community by subscribing, following, and liking the video. Okay, so let's take it to the beginning. The real reason that quiet people are targeted in the workplace is basic human psychology. You see, the first reason that most quiet people are targeted is because people are uncomfortable with uncertainty. Your silence makes them very uncomfortable, and they take everything personal when they have to sit with themselves. Because most workplaces are built on social interactions. Or what I like to call it, the extroverted tendencies. These people like to chat before meetings. They like to ask how their weekend was. They like to talk about their pets, their parents, their dogs, whatever. They're sharing their personal relationships and they're building relationships in the workplace. And when someone chooses not to participate in that culture as much, well, they're trying to guess what's going on. They don't know what to make of you. And here's the part that gets interesting. When people can't hear what you sound like, what you got going on, they'll start to fill in the blanks about your life. And that's when the workplace gossip starts. Now they're spreading those rumors about you. Because in their minds, since you're not controlling the narrative, well, they're just gonna write that story. Oh, who does he think he is? Oh, who does she think she is? Is she better than me? Is he better than me? Why they walking around like that? Why they smell like that? Why they always keeping their head up? Yeah, that's really a problem for them. And now in their psychology, they start to personalize your experiences with theirs, just simply because you want to remain quiet and mind your business. And watch how quickly they'll be quick to say, hey, you're not friendly or you're not a team player. Like, what? I'm here to do my job. If you wanted me to be friendly, maybe you should have asked or had a different approach. But listen, the sooner you understand that's not how their brains work, the better things get. So let's get into two. The second reason that most quiet people are targeted in the workplace is that we simply don't provide social reassurance. Think about it. Think about the people that you work with right now. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're making sure that they're engaging with their coworkers. They're going around the cooler having these boring small talk conversations about nothing. In many workplaces, that is considered social currency, and people use that to their advantage. Now, I'm personally an introvert and I'm naturally quiet myself. Although I talk a lot on these platforms, I still like to make sure I'm selectively with my conversation. So if you're not actually engaging with these individuals, once again, it makes them feel a certain way. It makes them feel like, who do you think you are, as I mentioned early on? It makes you feel like the black sheep in the workplace. People love feedback. They love that extra nod when you're paying attention in those random conversations. These are the social cues that they're looking for from you. And what's so funny is you probably don't have any negative feelings at all. You're just once again simply trying to mind your business and provide for your family. I've seen situations where quiet people are actually being affected negatively because they choose not to engage in these social cues. And now we're being labeled as difficult or hard to work with just because we're not playing into the social politics in the workplace. And it was not because you consider rude. It's not because you consider unprofessional. It's because for them, it's almost like they feel like you're not approving of them. Because low-key, your silence is considered disapproval to them. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense, because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. One thing I've learned working in these corporations is that people want to work with those they feel the most comfortable with, right? And if they don't have a sense of who you are, if they don't have a sense of your family, if they don't know where you live, if they don't know what you're driving, it almost feels like your hard work doesn't matter. Because once again, they want to be surrounded around like-minded individuals. And like-minded individuals to them are people that are chatting, running their mouths, gossiping, talking about things that are irrelevant. And that's why a lot of quiet employees find themselves isolated. They find themselves not fitting in. They find themselves being, once again, the black sheep because we're not trying to convert ourselves into something that we're not. And I think the sooner people learn that multiple personalities could still exist within the workplace, things will start to change. Now, let's talk about the third reason why quiet employees easily become scapegoats in the workplace. When something goes wrong in the workplace, let's just say a missed project or a client is unhappy or a missed deadline, people look for someone that's less likely to get aggressive when they need to throw you under the bus. And just because you're quiet, that doesn't mean you're weak. However, if you're not someone that's constantly advocating for yourself or speaking up publicly in these work scenarios, they're going to look to you to blame you. Oh, that was John's part, and John didn't do X, Y, and Z. So therefore, I would like to shift the blame over to John. Or Sarah, she didn't show up for that particular client. And normally, she does a good job, but we feel like she missed the mark on this particular regard. Listen, these people in the workplace could get very passive aggressive. So if they could find or use you to throw you under the bus, they will. Because in their minds, the same thing that makes you great, the silence, the quiet confidence, they're going to use that to their advantage. Oh, he's not going to say nothing. She's not going to say anything. So you're easy to blame once again. And this is exactly why I create the Workplace Protection Manual. So as a quiet employee, you know how to protect yourself moving forward. Because when the blame starts circulating in the workplace, it's almost like you become an easy target. And your documentation is your form of protection. Now let's talk about something that's not oftentimes discussed. As someone that's naturally quiet, you will make other people feel insecure. And of course, they can never go to HR and say, hey, this person is making me feel insecure. So their insecurity shows up in different ways, whether it's a form of sabotage, leaving you out of certain projects, isolating you, once again, the gossip, the retaliation. Those are all symptoms of someone that's insecure about your presence, your aura, how you show up. Because as a quiet employee, it's almost like you're self-assured. That's the word. You're self-assured. You know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. And when people have to sit with themselves at night without their families, their loved ones, whoever, because once again, these jobs is like they're everything, right? They go to work and they feel like the grand huhuna at work. But at home, they're nothing. So when they have to sit in that silence, they think about those moments. It's almost like you're their inspiration, but instead of saying that, it comes out in the form of insecurity, if that makes sense. Someone who's not constantly seeking approval, someone who's not constantly trying to dominate conversations, that once again will rattle someone that is seeking those things. So always keep that in the back of your brain when you are experiencing certain situations in the workplace. Now, finally, another reason that quiet employees are targeted in the workplace is because visibility and value are two different things. In many workplaces, visibility is what's being rewarded. The person that's always speaking up in meetings, even if they're wrong. The person that's building relationships with management, leadership behind closed doors. The person that's actually stealing credit. These are the things that some companies reward over the actual value of your performance. And listen, I get it, right? A lot of us has been taught, hey, go to work, keep your head down, which I do agree, and just work hard. And eventually your hard work will pay off. And that's not always the case, because in the workplace, perception matters. And during my career as a recruiter, it matters the most. You have to make sure you're the one that's taking control and credit for your work. You have to make sure that you're creating impact in the workplace. So you need to document your wins, your accomplishments, and once again, your impact. So you could be producing the most excellent performance behind the scenes, but if it's not actually in writing, if it's not being seen, if it's not being acknowledged, it's almost like it doesn't matter. And this is where I see many clients or even quiet professionals, that's where the burnout sets in. That's where the resentment sets in. That's where you feel like you're being taken advantage of, because once again, your hard work is not being acknowledged. So find your voice, advocate for yourself. Once again, get the Workplace Protection Manual, learn how to document, learn who those allies are. How could you actually build trust without losing who you are? Because it's not about being phony, it's about being strategic. And once you learn these strategies, that's how you could thrive as a quiet individual in the workplace. And I'll leave you with this. The reason I started creating these kind of videos is because I didn't necessarily see this kind of content when I was working in corporate, right? Oftentimes, especially as a millennial, we were taught, hey, get a good job, retire, and that's that. No one tells us about the disrespect, the discrimination, the harassment, the bullying, the sabotage that we face in these corporations. So if you enjoy this kind of content, Please be sure to follow and share your experience down in the comments. We're building a community here on YouTube. I am known on TikTok as well as Instagram, but let's come over to YouTube. All right. So I appreciate you guys, and let me know what you guys would like to see in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful day. Thanks.